Arizona's loss to the Stanford Cardinals is, of course, going to cause discussion just because of one decision made by Rich Rodriguez toward the end of the game. Of course, you know it by now. Arizona decided to run out the clock with Kadeem Carey carrying it twice instead of going for a score with the game tied and less than 50 seconds to play. But having a few days to overlook the situation, it kind of is understandable what Rich Rodriguez was doing, or at least defensible. And here are a few reasons why. First of all, you look at the context. Arizona scored 5 touchdowns on drives that were less than 3 minutes prior to this point, but Arizona, of course, was playing against a Stanford defense that was really playing its DBs back in that situation to prevent the long ball. And Matt Scott would have needed to get 1 or 2 big throws just to go that length of the field that they had in front of them. They were deep in their own territory, so that would be a problem. Another thing is, while the decision first kind of looked like a knock on Matt Scott as far as Rodriguez's confidence in him to not make a mistake, of course you have to consider that the more likely situation is that Arizona gets in field goal range, and then you have to have confidence in the kicking game, the special teams unit, to get off a clean kick without turning the ball over. So there's all of that to consider. And then you take a look at Rich Rodriguez himself, known to be a risk taker, goes against convention, and this decision actually really was against convention. So, even discounting the fact that you would think Rich Rodriguez would have gone for it usually, traditionally a football team would want to go for it on the road after losing a 2-touchdown lead on the home team's homecoming. But Rich Rodriguez must have had confidence that the Wildcats could pull it off in overtime. And, of course, you know that didn't happen. Matt Scott's pass was batted up in there and intercepted. Stanford scored quickly, and it was an anticlimactic ending to the day. Painful for Wildcat fans. But Rich Rodriguez will move on, conventionally or not. The Wildcats will need to just regroup again and find any traction that they can as the season progresses.